Newcastle 1, Chelsea 0. Yeah, it's not a good start. This is the first video I've done this season. I hope you guys are all good, and I hope you guys are loving the new producer, Alex. He's done a fantastic job, and I wish him all the best for the future of the channel. It's just a shame all the fan cam's a bit depressing at the moment, and yeah, I don't look like I'm sad. It doesn't look like Chelsea have just lost. I am quite like in a good mood, and that is because my expectation of Chelsea Football Club has died. It died 2 years ago. Even though we won the Champions League, I was there in Porto, I said to my friend Khalid, we didn't deserve that. We played well in that year, but that wasn't a Champions League winning group. It was just a Tuchel masterclass, and he just destroyed Pep's plans. But when you look at that team, it's not the best Chelsea team we've had. I don't want to talk negative all the time, but we're at a low point. Then the season after that, we lose finals. And I grew up winning I grew up winning every time I go to Wembley. And now we can't even win in Wembley. We've got memes about Mason Mount not doing well in Wembley. We haven't won in Wembley. Obviously, semi-finals don't count, but we haven't won in Wembley for a long time. The standards changed. That's it. And you've just got to learn to accept it. That's why I'm not upset when we lose anymore, because it's not the Chelsea. It's not the same Chelsea. I know I'm rambling, but it's just not the Chelsea that I know and love. And you see them Arsenal fans because Arsenal have been terrible for years, and because their head is stuck in 2003, they just have a meltdown every week. And obviously now they're doing good, so their mentality's changed. But we've seen over the years, they still think they're in 2003 and think they can win the Champions League, even when they're not even in the competition. They're that deluded. But with Chelsea fans, I think we're starting to accept what's going on. I think since the Sarri days, we're just not the best teams in England anymore. Liverpool and Man City are just 20 times better. And this season is heartbreaking because Man City have the best team, but they're losing games. Like today, they lost against Brentford. Liverpool, the second best team in England, they're losing games. The fact Arsenal Football Club are first just shows how weak the Premier League is this season. And it's a perfect opportunity for Chelsea Football Club to actually compete for the title. But what do? Bottle it. We're not even fighting for the title. We're not even fighting for third place. I think fourth place would be a miracle at this moment of time. And we don't play good. We don't defend anymore. Since Rudiger left, we can't defend. We don't score. We blamed Lukaku. I don't like Lukaku, but we kind of miss him. But it's not Aubameyang's fault. It's not Broja's fault that we don't score. The wingers, look, I don't like Pulisic. Everyone knows that. Since day one, I've not liked him. But this system doesn't help any attacking players. So I don't care how good you are. It's hard to shine at Chelsea Football Club at this current moment. And I blame the midfield. I honestly think Alex Ferguson couldn't save this team. We're that bad. Tuchel is a world-class manager, and we sacked him, and he couldn't fix this team. So it just shows it's the team. I don't want to hate on Potter, so please don't take it this way. Look, I'm not a fan of Potter. I think he's too small for the club, and it is a step down from Tuchel. Tuchel has European history, final game experience, because managers do get nervous as well, just like players, and they can do wrong subs, wrong formations under pressure. So that's why it's important to have an experienced manager for finals, trophy lifting. But Potter deserved the chance, so I get it, but it is a step down from Tuchel. And if Tuchel couldn't fix his team, how can you think Potter, the Brighton manager, can fix his team? But the players are so bad. There's no creativity in this midfield. It's not Potter's fault. If Tuchel was still here, we'd still be crap. If Mourinho came, we'd be crap. If Ancelotti came, we'd still be crap. No manager in the world can fix Chelsea Club. See, I'm rambling. I just can't be arsed anymore. No manager in the world can fix Chelsea Football Club right now. We need a new midfield. Jorginho, Kovacic, Kante, Loftus-Cheek. I think they're world-class players individually, all of them, and they're all got great attributes individually. But together, they're awful. Together, they're just... I don't know how to explain it. I feel like each of them players only do well against a certain opponent depending on their formation. Like Jorginho can't play in a 2 midfield, and he struggles against an attacking team like Man City. Kovacic and Kante, they're very good at defending, but they're not creative. That's not their fault. They're like defensive midfielders, so you'd expect a creative midfielder to do that job. But we don't have that, so we just have a defensive midfield, and that's it. They're good at... Jorginho's good at tackling as well, to be fair. We just have a defense. We just have like a wall in the middle, and that's it. Jorginho is good at... What's he good at? He's good at shaping the midfield. He resets the midfield when we lose the ball. He organises the team, and I like that about him. He does do good tackles, and obviously he gets a good penalty now and then, but midfield-wise, he's good at resetting, but he has to play in a free. Kante, he's good at tackling, running forwards, but he's not going to get an assist. Kovacic, the same with Kante really. He's got good tackling abilities, but apart from assisting the left winger, he doesn't help the striker. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you're supposed to have that player with someone who can pass to the striker. So it's not their fault as individuals, but it's just clear these 3 players just don't gel together, and we need a creative player. We need a Fabregas. We need a Kevin De Bruyne. We just need someone who passes forward. I know Jorginho's done it once or twice in his career, but we need someone who does it every game. Gallagher is too young. He's not experienced enough. He's going to make many mistakes. He's going to have loads of howlers, and he's going to have loads of good moments. You just can't expect anything from him. So it's not really fair to talk about him. Mount is more like a winger under Potter, so can't really put him there. And he's not really that traditional attacking midfielder. So we need a midfielder, and there's no point moaning about the manager. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Potter, but I can't blame him. You're stupid to blame him, because the team's crap. The only thing I have against Potter, that what does he expect from Pulisic and Sterling when they're playing wing backs? Like, we all joked about it with Mourinho, but I guess the defence is so bad, Potter feels like he has to do this. So I don't really want to talk about Potter, but the players are crap. No manager in the world is going to fix this team. We don't feed the striker. I think Brojo got fed once in the box. If you give him the ball more times in the box, Aubameyang and Brojo will be flying. The wingers, they're out of breath the time they get to the bottom of the pitch because they're right backs. Like, it makes no sense. Sterling came from a team, Man City, where he got the ball in the box and all he had to do was finish. Where at Chelsea, he's now starting from the bloody Chelsea box and he's got to work his way up. So we don't help players. I think January is the most important. This is going to be the most important transfer window in the last 20 years. If we keep the same, we're dropping down. Everyone knows how to play against us now. It's that bad. We're losing against teams like Brighton. No offense to Brighton, but we're Chelsea Football Club. We just can't. And we didn't lose. We got smacked. That's even worse. You don't concede 4 goals. You don't concede 4 times against Brighton. So it just shows the defence is weak, midfield is weak, and attack's weak. But it's not fair on the attack because the midfield is weak. We've got a problem in defence, but it's not the worst problem. It's the midfield is more the issue, in my opinion. So, like Chalobah, he's better than Koulibaly, but he's not top level. Koulibaly's been disappointing in my opinion, but they're not the main problem right now. It's the midfield. So yeah, Todd Bowley, if you're watching, sign some midfielders. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna drive home now. Subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV, and good luck to Lewis and Alex and the whole team. I hope to see you at Stamford Bridge soon. And anyways, win or lose, up the Blues, up the Chelsea.